I think I really got into menswear when Mad Men first came out. I was kind of wearing a suit and tie to work anyway. I was a paraprofessional in a high school in New Haven, and I really enjoyed dressing professionally, but I didn't really know my way around it, so to speak. I didn't really know what suit, which tie. Sometimes things necessarily wouldn't fit me the way that I wanted them to, and I didn't really have the understanding and the knowledge of that. But watching a show like Mad Men, a show like White Collar, and Burn Notice really helped me kind of get my fits together, so to speak, and reading magazines like GQ and Esquire. Now, why do I enjoy it? Why do I enjoy menswear and dressing well? For me, menswear, dressing well, presenting myself a certain way, it's allowed me to get into different spaces as an artist, which is great because it helps further my career. But really I just do it because it's a lot of fun. It's something that I enjoy every day, and I look at menswear, dressing well, really being my own stylist as a means of creative expression and having fun. Usually I'm in a suit and tie. It's the summer while I'm shooting this, so I dress it down just a little bit because it's hot outside. So this is a polo from the tie bar, has a Johnny collar, meaning the collar is open. I'm wearing white trousers and black and white loafers and a black and white dress watch. But what I used to do that helped me out a lot with kind of getting into this rhythm and this habit of dressing well, and this goes back to the visual arts, is creating lookbooks for myself, where I'll pretty much draw outfits, experimenting to see what worked, and then kind of seeing from there what I liked the best, and then I would repeat that. And then once I'm able to repeat a few looks without thinking about it, I'm able to just kind of create new stuff pretty easily. But I approach menswear the same way I approach design and painting, really. I look at color theory, but I also look at different time periods, different time frames in menswear and fashion. A lot of my suiting is inspired by classic tailoring, but also modern, kind of tailored, yet classic. And I went from wearing suits that were super slim fit to more kind of classic fit, in between slim fit, that in between. The trousers I'm wearing today are more wide leg, so I try to keep up with trends with menswear, but not really be a slave to them. I don't want to necessarily feel okay, this bomber jacket's coming out from this name brand, and I have to have it to keep up with the trends. For me, I like being really creative and kind of looking at different time periods. My personal style is inspired by the 1950s, 1960s, 1970s for my suiting and my elevated casual wear. And this would be an example of elevated casual. I could throw a jacket over this if I want, when it gets cooler outside. Lighter jacket, warmer jacket, depending on the season. Or a blazer. I really like wearing, if I'm traveling, for instance, I like wearing a cotton suit, unstructured, meaning a soft shoulder jacket, and then trousers, cotton trousers. That's definitely one of my looks I'll wear when I'm traveling pretty often. It's just a go-to, good go-to. In terms of Mad Men, I remember watching that and seeing what the different characters wore to the office, seeing how that reflect their different stories, Don wearing a charcoal suit to the office, being kind of a veteran in the office, and then different points in the story, the clothes would get updated as they went through the late 50s, 60s to the 70s, before the show ended, and how the styles kind of changed. And another character Pete Campbell, who would always wear these blue suits because he was well off and he was trying to make his way and everything. So I think for me, visual storytelling, visual interest is also something I think of when I'm getting dressed too, and being able to express myself in different settings. I work in a creative office, so I get a lot of freedom with how I dress. Sometimes I like to wear a lot of colors, plaid suits, that kind of thing. And other days I might wear a charcoal suit to the office too. So long story short is I really enjoy menswear, and it's another art form to me. And moving forward, I'm going to be talking talking about photography in the next section and how that's another artistry I enjoy.